Women in Saudi Arabia are pressing for their freedom, and they're beginning to get it. Holly Williams has been in the kingdom for the past week. She is seeing the change firsthand as women train in gyms, get set to drive, and become more integrated. But there are still limits. Holly Williams in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, to show us how society, though, is changing. Holly, good morning.
Good morning. Saudi women face some very big challenges, including the male guardianship system, which means they need a male relative's permission to travel overseas or get married. But things here are beginning to shift. If you think that Saudi Arabian women are all oppressed, shrouded and weak, you probably need to see this.
They're not victims. We are not victims. We're strong.
Hala Al-Hamrani runs the Fight Like a Girl boxing gym in Jeddah. She has a passion for combat sports. Are you pushing for total equality?
I mean, yes, that would be great. But is there total equality for women and men around the world? Not yet. So hopefully, eventually, yes, and hopefully in my lifetime.
There are big changes in Saudi Arabia. Women are joining the workforce in record numbers, and next year they'll finally be allowed to drive after more than 2 decades of protests. By Saudi standards, the country's new crown prince, Mohammed bin Salman, is a reformer. And it's not just women who feel more liberated. Take a look at Saudi Arabia's stand-up comedy scene. In this ultra-conservative Islamic kingdom, they still find plenty to laugh at, though this is no democracy and there are red lines.
The sex and religions and this Trump job. I don't know what's Trump job, but...
Politics.
Yes, exactly.
Suleiman Al-Shamri told us his comic influences are American. Dave Chappelle, Kevin Hart and Chris Rock.
I take from Chris Rock. Nobody know. Don't tell anyone.
You stole a joke from Chris Rock?
Yeah, I do it. I do. Nobody know. Because Chris Rock, I'm sorry. But Saudi, nobody know. And if you come in Saudi, I'm not safe. And I apologize.
Many Saudis are fearful of criticising their government, but at this conservative mosque, some of the faithful told us they're disturbed by the speed of change, and especially mixing between the sexes, in a place where gender segregation has been the norm. There's always the possibility of a backlash from religious conservatives, but most Saudis we've spoken to, both women and men, are hoping that doesn't happen. Gayle.
All right, Holly Williams reporting from Saudi Arabia. Something tells me Chris Rock wouldn't mind that he takes a joke. What is that saying? Imitation is the most sincerest form of flattery.
They could take it on the road.
Yeah, they could take
duo there.
Have Chris Rock there and then bring him over to the United States.
He's got a great sense of humor. Chris would like that, something tells me. Thank you again, Holly.